I'm tired of being fat. I literally just eat. I'm over it. I need to do something about this. I eat. You won't see me missing a meal. And I was like, oh my God, I need to lose weight. And if I can't work out, then what's the point? It's almost like the recipe for weight loss is working out and diet. Crazy. That's crazy. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to be doing a get ready with me today while I talk about my GLP-1 journey so far. So let's get into it. First, I'm going to be starting with my e.l.f. Putty Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I don't know if I really actually like this or not, but it's okay. Let's talk about everything having to do with GLP-1 and how this started and everything like that, because I'm always very curious on everybody else's journeys, and I find it just very fascinating because I think that everybody is so different, and the way people are, the way everyone's bodies are, like everything is just so different, and I just love hearing about other people's journeys and stuff like that. So for me personally, I've been overweight pretty much my whole life. In middle school, I was overweight. In high school, and what's sad too though is in middle school and high school, I thought I was like so fat. I thought I was like so big, so, you know, and I look back and I'm like, you weren't, girl. Like, you really weren't. I was still fitting into kids' clothes in middle school. And, you know, I just think that's so crazy that like your mindset, and kids are cruel. Kids are so cruel, you know what I mean? And especially at that time, like when you're most vulnerable and you're like growing up and you're hearing all these things and everything like that. So yeah, honestly, it all started back then. And so through my whole life, you know, I've kind of just struggled with that. Then I went to college, and I'm literally almost out of this. This is my favorite foundation ever. Oh my God, it's the best. So I went to college. And that was my first time living on my own. And I've always had a horrible relationship with food. I just eat, to be quite honest. Like, I know there's people that are like, I'm an emotional eater, I'm a snacker, I'm a this, I'm a that. I literally just eat. And I don't even know how to explain that, to be quite honest. So I just love to eat bad food. And that's my biggest problem, is I love to eat unhealthy food. I love to eat bad for you food. And if it's there, I'm eating it. And I just eat. And I wouldn't say I binge necessarily, because it's just, I don't go and just eat like 1,000,001 different things in like one sitting. It's just like throughout the day I'm snacking, throughout the day I'm eating this. So anyway, back to the college thing. So that was my first time, you know, being on my own, being able to go grocery shopping and like nobody know what I'm eating. My thing too is I'm happy I eat, I'm sad I eat. I'm sick, I eat. You won't see me missing a meal. Yeah, so in college it just got so bad, and I gained so much weight, and I was big. And I was rapidly gaining weight. So then I was like, okay, I need to do something about this. So I actually lost so much weight. I got down, I want to say 60 pounds. I think I want to say I got down to like, I lost 50 or 60 pounds, somewhere in that realm. I can't remember exactly, but that's pretty much how much I had lost. And I looked good and I felt good. But the thing is, I wasn't happy. And I think that's the hard part too, is like, I still would be like, I'm still fat. But I was young at that point. I was like 20, I think it was like 19, 20, and I didn't heal my relationship with food. I wasn't exercising. I didn't do any of that. I was on a weight loss medication, and that's how I lost the weight. But I had horrible eating habits. Like, I would eat like one meal a day, and it'd be like Chick-fil-A. And it was bad. I was going through a really rough time in my life as well during that period. And so it just wasn't good. So then I started working at Pandora, and that's when I started gaining weight again, because then I was at a mall and I was drinking soda, and like I would drink soda every single day because I like, you know, and I would drink Coke. Like, I would drink a Coke. I remember I was drinking Coke every single day. I'd go get freaking Panda Express Rubios, mostly Rubios. I would get Rubios all the freaking time. So at least a little bit healthier, but it wasn't at that point where I gained all the weight back, but I was definitely gaining weight. And I was like, oh my God, I'm getting fatter. But at that time I was like, I'm not gonna do anything about it. Whatever. Then just throughout my time working at Pandora, I gained. And then it really like, then I was like, okay, I need to lose weight. So I'd go to the gym, I'd eat less, but I would never track my calories. I would never track anything. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, to be quite honest. Like, I had no idea. I thought I kind of knew, but I didn't. I was going to the gym, doing these weird workouts, and we all start somewhere, to be quite honest. Like, looking back now, and I'm not even like a pro in the gym or anything like that. I'm definitely way better, and I definitely know what I'm doing. I could still be better, but nothing like it was. So I got really big, and then I was like, okay, I need to lose weight. So I lost a little bit of weight, and then during COVID, so then COVID hit, and I actually lost weight during COVID because I went back on that weight loss medication. And then I was like, okay, I'm over it. So then I kind of was like, whatever. I left Pandora, went to H&M, hated my life at H&M, and then I started working at Target. And Target is really, that is my ultimate highest weight, is when I like first started working at Target. And then it was like a few months in, and I was like, oh my God, I need to lose weight. Because when I was working at Target, there's always food around, and there's this and there's that. And I would literally eat almost an entire bag of chips in like one sitting. And I'm like, okay, this is so bad. This is so unhealthy. This is so not good for me. And so I stopped. So then I went back on that weight loss medication, and I lost a bunch of weight. And you know, people were commenting like, you look good, you look good. And I was like, okay, cool, this is working. And then I kind of just plateaued because I wasn't working out. I wasn't doing anything. I was just eating less, and I was on this weight loss medication, but I still had terrible habits, and I wasn't working out. Again, it's almost like the recipe for weight loss is working out and diet. Crazy. Or diet and exercise. What a concept. So I lost weight, and then it wasn't until last year when I was like, okay, I need to take this seriously. I am tired of being fat. So I started working out, and I really got into my workout like journey last year. I started in around January, but I got into it really heavy in February, March. So it's been a year now, and I've definitely gotten a lot muscular, but I haven't really been losing weight. I've lost a little bit of weight, but not much. So then that's when I was like, okay, I need to eat in a calorie deficit, because my eating habits were still bad. Still, I was like, okay, I'm eating in this calorie deficit. And let me tell you, it was really hard eating in a calorie deficit while working at Target. The temptations of everything around, and also I messed up. I wasn't supposed to do this yet. I was supposed to do my eyebrows first. The temptations of like your coworkers being like, oh, let's go get something to eat. And like, I would eat Chick-fil-A a lot. I had snacks in my office for other people, but then I wouldn't really eat too much of those, to be quite honest. Actually, I had my own snacks that I like brought from home, like healthier things and whatever. And I would mostly just eat that, but sometimes I would go into that basket and grab some goldfish, grab this, grab that. And I wasn't counting those calories. And I was like, why am I still fat? I wonder why. Because they're not counting these calories, girl. And so here I am wondering why I'm not losing any weight, and it's because you're not eating right. So then I stopped working at Target, and I was like, all right, I gotta get serious about this. And I was very sad and very depressed for a while. So I was still working out, kind of eating in calorie deficit, but kind of not, because I'm home every day and I'm eating more and I'm eating more and I'm eating more and I'm eating more. And like, I'm snacking and I'm opening the pantry. I'm just bored. I'm snacking. I have food here. And that's where it was just like, okay. So it wasn't up until January of this year that I was like, okay, we need to like fix something, bitch. Like, cause what you're doing is just like not working. I was like, all right, I'm gonna take this calorie deficit seriously. I'm gonna take working out seriously. Like, we're gonna do this. So I started using the Alive app, the Whitney Simmons Alive app. And let me tell you, game changer for sure, because it gives me such a better workout and a better routine when I go to work out. So that was one thing that helped me a lot. Two was actually eating in a calorie deficit and counting every calorie that I was consuming. And that was the hard truth of everything for sure. It was like, okay, I'm actually eating horribly. You know what I mean? And I'm actually eating more than I think I'm eating and all of these things. So then it's like, all right, what am I gonna do to change this? And so I'm in a better workout routine, everything like that. And I'm feeling good. I'm actually feeling good. I'm eating in my calorie deficit. I'm working out every day. Like, I'm on a really good workout regimen. Like, I'm doing good with this calorie deficit. Like, I'm actually, like, I'm good about my calorie deficit. Like, I don't, you know, I do have like cheat meals here and there and everything like that, but it's all about balance, and it balances itself out at the end of the day. But I'm like, I'm still not losing weight, and I'm not losing weight fast enough, okay? So that's when I was like, I need to do something about this. Like, I need to go on a GLP-1. And so I went to my doctor and I said, hey girl, please. And she's told me for a while, no. Cause I was just like, oh, Ozempic, I wanna go on Ozempic. Cause you know, that's what you see everybody going on, and you see all that stuff and everything like that. And people are like, you know, Ozempic, Ozempic. And she's like, no, you are not big enough to be on Ozempic and you don't qualify, so I'm not gonna give you Ozempic. And I was just like, what the shit? Then that's when I realized there's other options. There's Wegovy, there's Zepbound, there's Mounjaro, and the Ozempic are no. Those are only if you have diabetes, but you have the option to have Wegovy and Zepbound. And so I was like, okay, I want Wegovy. So she's like, I'll put you on Wegovy, but you have to do all the research on it, and then you have to call your insurance and see if they'll cover it. So I was like, okay. So I call my insurance, they don't cover it, but they cover Mounjaro. But at the time I didn't know that Mounjaro was also just like Ozempic is for diabetes, you know? And so I was just like, okay, they cover Mounjaro. And she's like, no, you cannot have Mounjaro. And I was like, okay, fine. She said, I will give you Zepbound. And she's like, but you have to call your insurance. She ends up just prescribing it to me. My insurance ends up covering it, whatever. So I finally got Zepbound, and I did all the blood work and everything like that to be able to take it. Yeah, it was important to me to actually go through my doctor to be able to do the GLP-1 instead of just getting it from an online website. And now I'm not shaming anybody for doing that. Like, do what you got to do. But me personally, I could not do that. I have to go through my doctor. Anyway, I was telling her though, I'm like, my biggest struggle is the fact that I have PCOS. So I've had PCOS since I was in high school. I got diagnosed when I was in high school because my periods were so irregular. And I remember I went like 4 months without a period, and I said, there's something wrong. And so my mom took me to the doctor, and then yeah, found out that I had PCOS. So that is not fun. And I totally get, like, you know, I feel like also at that time, I knew nothing about PCOS. All I knew was that it was just causing me so much fucking harm. And my biggest PCOS symptoms are I get super heavy periods, which I don't know, that could also be something else, which I'm gonna go to the doctor about that too. I get super, super heavy periods. They used to be very irregular. Now they're very regular, but they're starting to get a little bit irregular. So I'm getting frustrated with that. And then I have facial hair, which is my biggest beef. I hate it. I literally hate having this facial hair. It pisses me off so freaking much. And then the weight. That is my biggest beef, is I gain weight like this and I lose weight like I can't. I'm trying to find a comparison and I'm like, I can't. I can, you know, gain that weight, no issues, girl. Like, no issues there, girl. But to lose it, good freaking luck, girl. And I'm like, I wish I could just lose weight just so easy, but it's not easy. So I'm like, I've been doing this diet. I've been doing this. I wouldn't say I'm not on a diet. I've been changing my diet. I've been exercising, and I'm not seeing any weight going away. And I remember I did 20K steps a day for 30 days and I lost like no weight. And then I did 75 soft, lost like no weight. I lost like a few pounds, but it wasn't anything crazy. And I'm like, I should be shredding these pounds. Also at that time though, I wasn't eating the best. So we're gonna count that into consideration. I think now if I did 75 soft, I would probably lose more weight, but still, I'm just like, it's frustrating because I'm like, I'm not losing any freaking weight and it's annoying. And PCOS sucks and I freaking hate it. So that was that. And I was like, okay, you know, things gotta change, whatever, whatever, whatever. I mostly wanted to treat my PCOS symptoms, but to also help me to lose weight because I'm having trouble losing weight because of the PCOS. So truly, I went on the GLP-1 for my PCOS, and that's why I'm doing it, just because it is so difficult for me to lose weight. So it's not just me like, all right, I need to lose weight, like here I am. It's like you still gotta put in the work. And I think that that's something that people online are so like mean about. They're like, oh, you're just doing this because you're fat and lazy. And it's like, no. Now, there might be some people like that for sure, just like with anything else. But for me personally, it's not that way. And I was so against taking this for so long, might I just add. I did not want to do it because I was like, I feel like I'm cheating. But it's not cheating. It's literally just a tool to help you. And I think that's like the hard part for me too, is like the fact that I think that I'm cheating by going on a GLP-1 because it's so difficult for me to lose weight. But I'm like, okay, well, once I go on this, I'm gonna lose weight. And so that's why I'm like, oh, I'm cheating. But it's like, it's not cheating. So I think in my mind, it's hard to get over that for sure. Of, okay, like I just need to get over the fact that it's not me cheating. And also, even if it was, who cares? Who freaking cares? You're still working out, you're still putting in that work, like you still have that muscle, like, you know what I mean? So it doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, do what makes you happy. Who cares what everybody else says? But I think that's that's the hardest part for me too, is I care so much about what other people think and what other people say. And I feel like for my whole life, I've been judged so much that it's kind of like, how do you just get over that? You don't just get over that like overnight. And so for me, it's been hard because I'm like trying. But like at the end of the day, it's like when you've been this same way for your whole life practically, you know, it's hard to just change that. So I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be nicer to myself, and I'm trying not to care what people think, but it's difficult. It is very difficult. And I feel for everybody who's the same way of, I don't want to care what anybody else thinks of me, but it's hard. I do. And it's a shitty feeling. I will say it's really just a shitty feeling. So all that to say, that's pretty much how I got here. So I started the GLP-1, which also in my vlog, I called it semaglutide, but it's not a semaglutide, it's a trizepatide. I was a little ignorant and I didn't know, and I didn't realize until I looked at the zepbound package and I was like, oh, this is a trizepatide. This is not a semaglutide. Whatever, doesn't matter, same thing. It's not the same thing, but it's pretty much the exact same thing. Apparently trizepatide is a little bit better than a semaglutide though, so that's good to know. So now we're at the point where, okay, we took it and I already want to stop. Okay, let me just say, I want to stop taking it because it has been making me feel like shit. And I do know that my body needs to get used to it. My body needs to adjust and everything like that. Oh my gosh, I use this blush so much. I just hit pan. This is my favorite freaking blush. It's the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush. This is in the shade Exposed, and this is my favorite blush. Like, oh my gosh. I've never gone through a whole blush like this in my life, but other than there's a Benefit one that I have done that with. But this one, I have gone through. This is my second one and I've hit pan. That's crazy. I also realized that I have not been talking about any of my products, but honestly, it's not that exciting. I use the same stuff every single day. We're here to talk about the GLP-1, not makeup, okay? So anyway, I know my body needs to get used to it and everything like that. So when I took it, I took it last week on Thursday. Well, now it's Sunday, so a week prior to that. So I took it on Thursday and I felt fine. And then I was nauseous at the end of the night. Took some Tums, went to sleep, was fine. I actually have all my symptoms written out, so let me go over them real quick with you, because I started to write them every single day. First day I was nauseous, and then I got a headache, but I always have a headache, so I didn't really think anything of that. I do still have headaches, but like I said, I always get headaches, so that's not a concern for me. Day 2, I was nauseous. Day 3, I was nauseous with a lot of acid reflux, heartburn. That's when the heartburn started. Day 4, I woke up with acid reflux. I actually woke up hungry. I was like starving. And then around 8, I felt sick to my stomach and I was just heartburn. And since then, I haven't been nauseous at all, but I have had such bad heartburn. But I also think part of it is I've had really bad anxiety the past few days. And I think I've had anxiety about the heartburn because I'm a hypochondriac. So I feel like I am going to have a heart attack. Even though it doesn't feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack, it's just like when you have anything in your chest, it scares you, you know what I mean? And so I called my doctor and I am taking, I don't know how to say it. It's the Prilosec OTC, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna try. So I've been taking that. I think I'm on day 4 now and I have noticed a big difference. It's better. I woke up feeling good today, but I think that I'm still just having anxiety, and so that's what I'm feeling right now. Okay, I ran out of memory, which was so annoying. So had to delete some clips, and here we are. So yeah, so I haven't had any acid reflux today. I'm feeling better today. I did not take my second shot though. I know I should have taken it, but it was giving me a lot of anxiety, and so I did not want to do that. So I'm just gonna wait until Thursday, and then I'm gonna take it, because I could technically still do it today, but I just want to start to feel better. But I'm gonna be so honest, if I continue to have heartburn and continue to feel this way, I don't want to take it anymore, because I am not able to like work out. I wasn't able to work out for like a week, and because I was just like, oh my god, I'm having so much pain and stuff like that. And if I can't work out, then what's the point? You know, like, I love working out. I love going to the gym. And so if I can't do that, then I quite simply don't want to take it, to be quite honest. And I know I need to just get over it, but I don't know. I was also prescribed metformin, which I was actually going to start before I did the trizepatite, but I decided not to take it because I was so scared. Oh my gosh, I was so scared, because everyone's like, I shit my pants, and I'm like, that is a scary thought. I do not want to shit my pants. So I don't know. I just got so scared. But anyway, so that's kind of where I stand right now of, am I going to continue to take it? Do I want to? Is it worth it? And I don't know. I just feel like so many people are like, just get over the side effects and it's so worth it. And I'm like, I know, but I'm just so scared. I'm like I said, I'm such a hypochondriac, and I'm just afraid of everything, and I'm just scared that it's not going to get better, and like, it's gonna be some life-altering thing, you know what I mean? And I'm like, it's not that dramatic, you need to calm down. I also don't want to be on it for the rest of my life. Like, I only want to be on this for a few months. Like, I just needed to help me kickstart, lose some weight, because I can maintain it, no issues. Like, at this point, with working out and eating right and everything like that, I'm so scared, I'm so nervous. And I think that this is just like a super scary and like vulnerable time. And so I'm trying to be better, but it is a nerve-wracking thing. So anyway, that's pretty much everything. I gotta set our makeup with the best setting spray ever. Well, I don't know if I like this one more than the Urban Decay one. I haven't used the Urban Decay one in a really long time, but I love this stuff. I have tried the Charlotte Tilbury, because everyone liked the Charlotte Tilbury is the best thing. No. And I also tried the Patrick Star one size. Horrible setting spray. I'm sorry, it just didn't work for me. People say it's like the best thing ever, and I love that for them. For me, it was the worst thing I've ever used. So, and I was really sad because I heard amazing things about it. Anyway, so that's kind of where we stand on the GLP-1. I want to continue it, but I'm also nervous to continue it. I don't know. I guess I just need to get over it, and I need to stop being a baby, but I also don't want my quality of life to decline because of this medication, because I want to be skinny, because I want to be thin, because I want to lose weight. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just a hard thing. I think everything about this is very hard, and I think navigating it is very difficult, and being vulnerable is very difficult, but I'm trying. That's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me while I talk about these things. And if you are, you know, in a similar boat to me, similar journey, you know, let's talk, because yeah, it's difficult. It's for sure difficult. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.